And good morning, everyone. Welcome to this day, another drizzly May gray day. We got a couple of those for you. I'll tell you about the weather in just a moment. On our show today from the Hoag Medical Group, we have a physician who does family and sports medicine. So Lisa's going to sit down with him and find out about that. Also, Sherry Langer is here. She is with the Council on Aging, more specifically HICAP, and she is going to talk about the new Medicare card. And it's quite different looking, and the real benefit to it no longer has your Social Security number on it, which is really good. And Marcia Milchiker will be here today. She is a longtime trustee with the South Orange County Community College District, and she's going to go over, well, kind of end of semester stuff and also beginning, because of course the summer semester starts in not too long from now. And we're going to get a recreation update from Brian Gruner will be here today. We're also going to have a gentleman here from the Lawn Bowling Club and going to tell you about their open house that they're going to be having coming up. Now, as far as meetings go today, there is only one. United has their Governing Documents Review Committee at 1:30 in the Willow Room, and that's the only meeting for today. Now, let's get to the weather, and the May gray is back. I told you we were supposed to get drizzle on Thursday, but kind of shifted in a day early. We will have it tomorrow as well. And this is due to a low pressure system that is sort of centered off the coast of, I would say, about Santa Barbara, maybe about 100 miles out. But the way it's spinning, remember, lows spin counterclockwise. It's bringing in the ocean breeze and some of this moisture. So we've got a pretty thick marine layer out there, hence the drizzle. So mostly cloudy today. Same thing tomorrow. We should see a little sunshine poking through later today. We should. We'll see about that. I don't think it'll be a whole lot. But then as we move forward, things will start to clear up on Friday. But look at the temperatures jump up over the weekend. And the first few days of June, we won't be having the June gloom. We'll actually be having June sunshine. So that'll be pretty nice. So 73 on Friday, they're going to really jump up to about 79 on Saturday and about 83 on Sunday. And we're going to be right around that 80-degree mark for a few days going into next week. So quite a difference coming up. So enjoy it. If you like kind of this drizzly weather, well, the last couple days of May are for you. Now let's turn and look at what's going on elsewhere. And everywhere else around Orange County, we're going to be in the low 70s. Beaches, about 67 or 65 or so. They're not going to get out of that mid-60s range. And Arrowhead, they're above all this, so they're going to be 61 degrees. They got sunshine going on right now, as does Palm Springs. And San Diego should be pretty sunny as well, because they're far enough south that they're not getting a lot of this. They're getting a little bit. They're going to be partly cloudy down there today, but they'll definitely have more sunshine. So San Diego about 72. Usually the temperatures I give you for San Diego is right around the Mission Bay area, and so it's pretty nice down there today if you want to head down to, maybe go down to San Diego and go to the Midway. All right, we'll be back in just a moment.
Achieve a level of comfort you've never known before. The Daydreamer will take you through smooth movements and guide you effortlessly into your favorite positions. Adjust the power pillow for ideal support for your head and neck. This and our positioning technology allows for infinite relaxation. Lay back in zero gravity while watching TV and put your body and mind at ease. Lift your spirits and find your favorite daydream. Contact your local Golden retailer today.
Hey Laguna Woods, it's Ken.
And Lisa.
Did you miss an episode of This Day? Not to worry. Head over to youtube.com and search Village Television.
Here you can find each episode of This Day and other community programs such as Good Day OC, Discovering Laguna Woods, and much more.
Just click the red subscribe button, then click the bell to be emailed every time we upload a video.
Don't miss out.
And subscribe today.
What's happened to healthcare? It wasn't so long ago that your doctor understood your health history because they were part of it. From labor pains to life's health challenges, you could rely on that relationship with your family physician. Then something happened. Healthcare changed. Seeing a doctor can feel like running into a stranger. a 60-minute wait for a 6-minute visit. Hoag Medical Group is here to change all of that. Our doctors do more than react to illness. They become your personal physician for life. Always listening, never rushing, helping to chart a healthy path together, walking with you at every turn. This is the way healthcare was meant to be, with enhanced features such as same-day appointments, care coordination, and direct access to Hoag's world-class professionals and services. Hoag Medical Group. We listen, we care, we're committed to you for life.
Welcome back. Well, many of you are very active, playing tennis, golf, swimming, and sometimes you just might hurt yourself. So who do you see? Well, I have Dr. Gabe Carpio here, who's with Hoag, he's with Hoag Sports Medicine Group. Would that be correct? Well, somewhat, the Hoag's Medical Group Sports Medicine. There you go. So tell me a little bit about your background and how you got this type of doctor.
So, background in the sense of like where I went to school and all that stuff. So I went to school in Mexico, in Guadalajara, and I lived there for 4 years, went to New York as a part of that same program. There's a partnership that they had with New York Medical College. And then I applied for residency in family medicine, which is something that I always saw myself doing. I really love primary care. I love the relationship that you form with the patient. So that was kind of always my route. And then I found sports medicine while in residency.
Okay.
It just kind of was something that seemed to fit my personality. Sports was a huge part of my life growing up. I was really shy growing up, so it helped me to kind of branch out, meet more people. And I felt like this was kind of my way to give back to those communities that I wanted to serve, and that's why I ended up doing sports medicine after that. So I did my other fellowship in Chicago as well, and then I moved back in July.
Okay,
Yeah.
and so now what kind of work do you do with sports medicine? Is it mostly therapy, or what would you say?
So I mean, it's primary care, non-surgical, orthopedic kind of stuff. So anything that you can think that you could go to orthopedics for, you know, fractures, sprains, strains, those are things that I manage. But on top of that, I also manage concussions. I manage chronic medical conditions, you know, asthma, especially in athletes, diabetes, skin conditions, and like wrestlers and other people that might need to be ready for like a competition or something like that. But then I also manage a lot of degenerative joint diseases that happen in areas where there's lots of impact, such as the back, the knee, shoulders take a lot of abuse as well. So I manage a lot of that stuff too.
So as I mentioned, our seniors, you know, they play a lot of tennis and golf, and obviously the back is a problem for golf, and then for tennis you have knees and a variety of other things because of the hard court surfaces.
And elbows and all
right, right. So tell me, what are some of the things that seniors should be looking out for when they are being active?
I think the biggest thing is form. I think a lot of times as we grow up, and this affects young and old alike, is that form isn't quite the emphasis for what they're doing. They just want to do whatever activity they're doing. So if they want to golf, they just want to swing. They don't really think about the actual mechanics that go into swinging, or if they like baseball, or if they like tennis, or if they like whatever sport. A lot of times it's just that one activity that they want to try and improve on. And when they do that, they have a tendency to overwork smaller muscle groups, or overwork certain groups in general, and that can lead to injury. That can lead to chronic, you know, tendinitises and things like that.
Right, right. So then, what would you say to seniors, other than, you know, making sure you have proper form?
Sure.
What are some other things that they should be looking out for, especially if you have some kind of degenerative?
So the big thing is, I'm a huge fan of physical therapy. Physical therapy kind of helps you balance everything. So I think not just focusing on the one thing that you like, but trying to kind of get overall strength that allows you to do some of these activities. I think it's extremely important to warm up, especially as we get older.
Right.
As we get older, and I'm talking like in my 30s, you know what I mean? I recently got injured because I didn't warm up properly, you know what I mean? So like I think focusing more on warming up, and we're talking more like active warming up, not the way that it used to be taught, which was just kind of that static stretching, the reach, touch your toes for 20 seconds.
Right.
You know, nowadays it's a little bit more of that active warm up, you know, jogging, stretching. Yoga is a great way to kind of warm up, and then stretching after the workout as well. You know, a lot of that injury prevention, because injury prevention is kind of the one thing that can keep you active, and keeping you active can add years to your life.
Right, and what would you say to those who aren't active? I mean, while we have lots of people who are very active, there's others who are not, and as I've noticed, when you aren't active, then you know you have trouble walking and things like that. So what would you say to them?
I would just try to stress the importance of doing something. I think activity as a whole, at least for me, and I think for many people, activity as a whole kind of allows you to be more social. It allows you to be a part of the community, even if it's just like an individual sport, you know, like golf or something like that. You still can go golfing with some friends, and it becomes more of just like a social gathering than just being active. And then being active also allows you to be able to do more of the things that you love. Even sit comfortably. If you're not super active, you stiffen up, and you can start getting back pain. You can start getting hip pain, leg pain from being from sitting on a couch, in a chair for too long, not being active. So even if you want to just sit there and relax, it's important to be active to an extent so that you can do those things comfortably as well.
Well, I know there's a very popular show that we have here in the mornings. It's called chair yoga.
Oh, yes.
And so they do a lot of exercising with the chair. So I mean, like you said, even if you are doing it that way, it still would be helpful no matter what.
It absolutely would be helpful. One of the few things that has been shown to be beneficial in degenerative joint diseases in the back and the knees, anywhere, is actually exercise. There's very few medications that are very effective, but exercise for whatever reason actually does help a lot with pain control, and it also helps for the shoulders too, because there's a lot of injuries that can happen over the course of time, not just, you know, a fall that can cause that.
And let's talk a little bit about some of the medications. I mean, people might even self-medicate themselves, right?
Absolutely.
Or they see commercials about you can have this juice, or you can use MSM, or a whole bunch of different things. Do you believe in some of those things?
I believe in anything that works with the least amount of side effects possible. So if we're talking like supplements with vitamins, supplements with like glucosamine, you hear a lot about for the knees, is there research that says that it is better for you, that it actually works? There's not much that supports it, but is it going to hurt? You know, do some people swear by it? Do some people get some relief from it? Yeah, absolutely. So why would I discourage that if it's not going to hurt you? You know what I mean? So that's kind of how I feel. I do think it's important to do, you know, reading and to discuss, you know, the possible side effects and outcomes that can come from it. And as long as you do it fully knowledgeable of everything, I think that's perfectly reasonable.
Now, I assume that you refer people to physical therapists.
I do.
And is there anything in particular that someone should be looking for in a physical therapist? I mean, there's a lot of different things. There's machines and there's physical hand work. I mean, tell me what you would recommend.
So when it comes to physical therapy, I think a big part of it is finding somebody that you kind of click with. A lot of times, if you don't necessarily click with the therapist that you're going to, you just feel like they're just telling you what to do, or they're not paying attention to you, or something like that. But if you're going there with, you know, that similar goal, you want that special kind of attention, you just got to find somebody that you can develop that kind of relationship with. I think that's probably the most important part. I think depending on where you are, there are obviously some that are better than others, but for the most part, I've had really good experience with a lot of the physical therapy places in my area. Yeah.
Okay, and then let's talk about your facility.
Sure.
So where you're located, right over here.
So located in Irvine, off of Barranca, and it's kind of right after Jeffrey.
Okay.
Kind of working your way north.
All right. Okay, good. And then the facility itself, do you have physical therapy in there or not?
We don't have physical therapy on site yet. We do have physical therapy at Hogue. We have one at the Newport facility. We also have one at the Irvine Hospital facility as well. And then there's lots of other physical therapy places in that area within a couple blocks of us. So there's definitely lots to choose from. There's lots of physical therapies in this area. Working out of Irvine doesn't restrict me to just like that area. It just happens to be the one that I work with the most.
Oh, well, that's great.
Yeah,
great.
but like I'm trying to kind of expand and get to know other good physical therapy sites that patients can be sent to.
All right, well, great. Well, thank you very much for the information. It was very nice to meet you.
Absolutely, nice meeting you too.
All right.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so if you are an active senior or not an active senior, do stay active and know that the Hogue Medical Group is there to help you. We'll be right back after this.
Hi, I'm Brian Rott, President and CEO of Cartmart here in Laguna Woods. My family's been in the golf cart business since 1959, and we win our customers over with the simple belief of we treat you right. We are proud to be the authorized dealer for Club Cart here in Orange County and your go-to source for the sales and service to other major brands. We're conveniently located on El Toro Road, just minutes from Laguna Woods. So come by and see for yourself, while when doing business with Cartmart, there's no reason to go anywhere else.
Hi, I'm John Bowser Bauman. You probably know me best as Bowser from Sha-Na-Na, but I'm also president of Social Security Works PAC. And you know, when I'm in Laguna Woods, I always watch Village Television. Grease for peace.
Dental health is important, and it can be tough to find the best fit for your needs. Flora Stenger General and Specialty Dental Practice covers most of my dental needs in one location. Their on-staff specialists provide seamless services and communication between me, my doctors, and my insurance company. Located right down the road from Laguna Woods, our bus service stops right in front of their building. For the first time, I'm getting the dental care I need with the treatment I deserve. And my dental health has never been better. Call and book your first appointment today. I'm glad I did.
Did you know there are over 400,000 seniors in Orange County today? Over the next 10 years, that number will more than double. So where does a senior or family caregiver go for information? Turn to us at the Council on Aging of Orange County. We can help you navigate the aging experience, understand Medicare, and know where to turn when a crisis occurs. As a local nonprofit since 1973, we serve 275,000 seniors every year. The Council on Aging, helping seniors remain healthy, connected, and protected.
Welcome back. So wading through the Medicare process can be daunting. So today I have Sherry Langer, who's here with the Council on Aging, to go over the HICAP program and help us understand about the new Medicare card, right?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So before we went on, you were talking a little bit about the HICAP program. Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, HICAP stands for Health Insurance Counseling and Advocacy, and we give free, unbiased counseling and education on Medicare.
Okay.
And so unbiased meaning we don't sell any of the plans that are out there that people can purchase for their Medicare out-of-pocket costs and that. So,
well, often I talk to my father about, you know, how you have to wade through all the different choices there are.
You do.
So thank goodness there is somebody that can help that's non-biased.
And we have several counselors, about 70 counselors that are, most of them are volunteer counselors that have gone through the process and now volunteer for us, but they have to, all of us have to go through quite an extensive training, and we're registered with the state to be able to give this kind of information.
Oh, that's good. That's good. And what would you say is one of the most difficult things for people to understand?
I think difficult, I deal a lot with people that are just getting ready to go on to Medicare. So a lot of the pre-retiree groups I deal with. And I think one of the things that people are a little surprised at is that when they've been in a working environment, their HR usually gives them certain options if they have an employer group health plan. Mm-hmm. And then they come on to Medicare and there's all of these different options, and especially in Orange County we have a lot.
Okay.
And so people just kind of go, oh my goodness, I didn't realize there was this much to think through.
Right.
And so they feel like they're kind of in a maze, kind of walking around, and that's where we're here to help them.
Excellent. Okay, so let's talk a little about the new Medicare card.
Great.
What do we have? We've got some new things on the card and less things?
Well, they're issuing new cards to Medicare beneficiaries.
All right.
And so the old card had, and in the slide there, you'll see a picture of the old cards in the back. That's the red, white, and blue card that people have right now.
All right.
And what they're changing on it is that the Medicare identification number in the past has been their Social Security number. And so for a long time they've been talking about making that change, but there's a lot of people on Medicare. That's a big project. But now that is the goal here, is that they are reissuing new cards for Medicare beneficiaries. If they're new onto the system, as of April, they got the new card, which is a card that has a new identification number, and it's a random number, not their Social Security number.
So what were some of the problems people were having?
There can be identity theft, because if people were carrying around their Medicare card, people had access, their Social Security number was right there, and then if someone had their wallet or purse stolen, then they had all of their identification information. So personal identity, but there's also a lot of fraud in Medicare. And so if people get a hold of that number, like a person's number, and have their other information, they can actually utilize some of the services. And then if someone else needed that during the course of the year, but they didn't know their number had been stolen or utilized, then they might get denied for something that someone else had fraudulently used their card for.
Oh wow! So what would be the process now? So like you would have your card, they would look up that number, and then would there be something additional security-wise to identify that individual?
You mean on the new card?
Well, no. Like I guess when you present your card to someone, would they have a second step? To verify that that is the correct person?
Well, what happens with like the new card now, there's just an identification number. So what we're telling people is to bring it to all of their providers, because right now, if people have been on Medicare for a period of time, they have the old card, and that is what all their providers have as their identification. And because they're just removing that Social Security, pulling it out of the element there, that they should be bringing their new card with this new number to all of their providers. And then providers deal with that in a secure way. It's more that if your card get lost or stolen or that type of thing.
All right, good. Yeah. And then, so Medicare beneficiaries and the launch of this is starting when?
Well, for California, we're in the second wave of it, and the first wave was just on the East Coast, and we're in the second wave. It was supposed to start earlier in May. It got delayed a little bit, but right now, people in California that are on Medicare should be receiving within the next month to 2 months their new Medicare card, and it will come in the mail. And that's why we're surprised. There's a lot of people that know that the card is coming, and there are a lot of people that have not heard this. And so because there's so much information that can come through the mail about Medicare, that we just want to highlight to people that this card is coming and that they should be watching for it in the mail and not accidentally throw it away.
Right, so let's look at what the envelope might look like, because there are so many things out there that, like you said, look like you're supposed to be opening it, and then you open it and it's not correct, or you throw it away thinking it's junk, right? So the actual look on the envelope, what will it have on it?
Well, on the front side, it will be from the Department of Health and Human Services, and then underneath that would be from the Centers of Medicare and Medicaid, and so CMS. And that will be on the front. And then on the back, it will say official information from Medicare. And so if people are just watching for it, they'll be able to see it. It's just that we want people to be aware that it is coming in the mail. California, it is in progress right now, and so people should just be watching for it. There's also on the Medicare website, and Medicare's website is medicare.gov. If you go /new card, you can go in and see a map of all the states where it's being issued, if it's already been issued, and like I said, California is currently being issued. So if they have relatives in another state, they'll be coming out at different times during the course of this next year. But California is right now, in the course of this summer, the next month or two, people should be receiving their card.
And if they don't get their card, we do have a number that they could could call, correct?
Yes,
Okay.
basically people should just be looking for it. That's what they need to do.
Right.
Now, one of the things that they should be aware of, if they have recently moved, then they should be contacting Social Security, because when a person goes on to Medicare, they actually enroll through Social Security, and,
Okay.
and the database with the Social Security and Medicare
Okay.
are the same. And so if someone has just recently moved, they should just make sure to check with Social Security. They can go on. A lot of people have an account online through my Social Security account, and they can just check if that information is correct. But if they've just recently in the last month or two moved, they could talk with Social Security, either call or go in, and if they don't want to check online, and just make sure that their address, because you don't want it going to an old address and then it gets lost.
And then you don't get it, right? Because the forwarding, you never know if it's going to actually happen.
Yeah.
Okay, well, excellent. Well, thank you very much. Yes, go right ahead.
Just a couple of things just to point out is that there is no fee for this.
Oh, good.
And there's also been some scams already of people calling saying, oh, we can issue a card, just pay us $50, or we'll give you a temporary card till you get the new card. And so if anybody receives like a call asking for their personal information, or that there's a fee associated with it, that is just not the case. And so just to be aware, it's automatically sent, no fee, and then it's going to be randomly sent out. So if there's a couple, one might receive it, but the other spouse may not receive it right away, or a neighbor might not receive it at the same time. Just give the 2-month window here before they get it.
You know, those scams are just on everything.
Yeah, and
it's been
it's
so hard.
very
So
rampant.
remember that if you get a phone call asking for that information, do not give
your
information.
personal information.
All right, good tips. Thank you for the
Lisa.
information.
You bet.
So remember that your new Medicare card will be arriving soon, and look out for that special envelope. Do not throw it away. We'll be right back after this.
Dr. Christine Chung with 7-Day Dental has served Laguna Woods for 17 years. Her office is close, her staff is the best, and she offers great discounts for Laguna Woods.
I have been a patient of Dr. Christine Chung at 7-Day Dental for 15 years. She and her staff are exceptional.
You may know me from Village Television. I would not go anywhere else for dental care than 7-Day Dental.
7-Day Dental, simply your best choice.
Hi, it's Desiree from Irvine Subaru, where families come first. As a family-ran dealership, your family's safety is our #1 priority. Come in and find the perfect Subaru from the largest selection of Subarus in Orange County. All models are top safety picks by the Insurance Institute of Highway Safety. We offer the ideal balance of safety, performance, and economy. Irvine Subaru, more Subarus, more safety, more performance, more love.
Diane's Hallmark is a family-owned Gold Crown store that is much more than just a card store. Our women's department has apparel, accessories, and jewelry featuring Vera Bradley and Bagalini handbags. Our religious department carries many different Christian books and Bibles, plus a great selection of Christian gifts. Of course, we have a large selection of cards and gift wrap as well. Come in and experience our personalized service.
The El Toro Water District Phase 2 Recycled Water Expansion Project has installed over 21,000 feet of recycled water pipelines and is now over 75% complete. The final pipeline installations, as well as installations of service lines and final paving, should be complete by July. The connections of the individual irrigation systems to the new recycled water pipelines should be complete by the end of the year. The district sincerely appreciates your patience as we enhance the water supply resources in the Laguna Woods area.
And welcome back. With you right now is Marcia Milchiker, and you all know her. She's been a trustee with the South Orange County College District for many years. It's always good to see you.
Nice to see you too. I'm glad to see you
again.
again.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I missed you.
I missed you too.
Thank you.
This is a very busy time, right?
Oh, right.
Right
It's
now, you're
incredibly
kind of
busy.
the end of one semester, moving on to the summer semester is already upon us.
Yeah, this was the end of the academic year at both colleges. So we had the two commencements, the commencement at Irvine Valley College and the commencement at Saddleback College. And the board members all attend the commencements. And then there were all of the end of the year festivities, all of the end of the year scholarship ceremonies, just a myriad of activities that we're invited to, and I just attend all of them because I think it's important when they invite the trustees to attend them.
Yeah, well, I know just from other times that you've been on, you go back to the days of when Irvine Valley College was created, right?
Right. I began as a trustee when Irvine Valley College was created, and we built that up into a full-service college, and now it's the number one transfer school in the state. Yeah,
wow. It's
got the best rate of transfer of any community college in the entire state, out of all of 114 community colleges in the state.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and the California community college system is the largest segment of higher education in the country, and there's 2.1 million students in the California community colleges.
Wow.
1 out of every 4 community college students attends a California community college. It's a wonderful, wonderful program.
Yeah, it is, and it's a great way to get your college days started up. Another great thing, of course, is the Emeritus Institute, which you've been involved in for many, many years, not only on the academic side, but on the student side as well.
Yeah, when I first was elected, the Emeritus Institute was threatened statewide. They were going to do away with it. And we got to work. We brought delegations of emeritus students who in those days seemed a lot older to me. And they spoke, and they were wonderful, and they convinced the legislators to keep the Emeritus Institute in the community college system. So today we have our wonderful Emeritus Institute at both colleges, Saddleback College and Irvine Valley College. But Saddleback College is the one that services Laguna Woods, and these classes are free just because they're 0 credit. And so you don't get a midterm, you don't get a final, but you do get full college professors teaching the classes, which is amazing. You know, and there's 8,000 students per semester at the during the academic year. And during the summer, there's 6,000 students taking classes at the Emeritus Institute. And now I'm taking classes.
You are. See, I told you, she's on both sides.
Yeah, I'm taking singing. I just had the class yesterday.
And she can sing. I know that because I've been to a performance when you were in the chorus.
Yeah, and this one is taught by John Huntington, and he's been teaching singing for 50 years. So I had the class yesterday. And it's really fun.
We've had him on a
Have you?
couple
It's
times.
really fun. He's really entertaining and fun.
Yeah.
And I learned some techniques that I'll be much better than I was before in singing. And I'm taking a beginning photography class with Laura Hoffman, and she's great.
Been on too.
She's wonderful. And I took her in a photography class before I was on the Board of Trustees, and then a digital slide presentation class with Kara Mahutka Patterson, and she won the Emeritus Teacher of the Year this past year. And I put on a digital
We'll have to
slide.
get her on. Yeah, that would
you have
be
to
a great
get her
one,
on.
yeah.
And in her class, when I opened up the syllabus, we're going to see the King Tut exhibit in LA. We're going to Chapman University, not Chapman, excuse me, we're going to the Getty Museum. We're going to the Getty Museum. We're going to the Bowers Museum and Soka University. And these are field trips with this emeritus class. So I'm really excited about this. And this is, and I said, no wonder she's the Teacher of the Year. What an opportunity for the students.
Yeah, the Tut one is good. My daughter went to see that.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm very excited.
So let's talk about, well, as I said, there's sort of the transition time right now. So the scholarship ceremonies that took place, and always great. You guys gave a lot of scholarship money. I mean, amazing.
Yeah. We actually, this year we gave out close to $900,000 in scholarships. And last year we gave out over $1 million in scholarships.
Yeah.
And that's both Saddleback College and Irvine Valley College. And I'm in a lot of organizations that raise money for scholarships for the students. And when you interview these students to choose who you want to give the scholarships to, you realize these students really need the money to continue their community college education. They're trying to make it. Some of them are single parents. Some of them are struggling. There's many of the students we found out are homeless and they're couch surfing and they need money to just survive. So, and last year it was over $1 million because someone donated $600,000 to the Emeritus Institute. Somebody that put that in their will, I guess. So because they thought the emeritus was so important to their life.
Yeah.
So you know, these scholarships really help our students immensely. Right now, there's a program called the College Promise that that gives free tuition to students. But the community college already gives almost 50% of the students get free tuition. And they used to call it the BOG waivers, Board of Governor waivers. Now they call it the Promise program, where they get free tuition. They don't have to pay tuition. But on top of that, we're offering free tuition to the students that don't qualify for the Board of Governor waiver, yet college is just too expensive for them. And we're starting this program with 27 students at Irvine Valley College and about 250 students at Saddleback College. And this pays for their tuition, books, and everything.
Yeah.
So this really helps them get a community college education.
Now let's talk about, of course, it's budget time, the district budget, and you know, how the money comes in. It comes through community support, obviously, what you kind of just talked about, obviously, in property taxes, all kinds of things that in general contribute to the district's budget.
And our budget this year is over $800 million, you know, a little over $500 million. So, you know, $1 billion here, $1 billion there, soon you're talking about real money.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's you know, we use it to hire the best teachers, because that is the most important thing that we can do for our students, is hiring the best teachers. And we're fiscally conservative. The whole board is very fiscally conservative. We have no unfunded taxpayer liability, zero, which is like unheard of. We raise all of our money through local taxes. We don't have any debt, as I said, zero debt. We have never floated a bond, so we never ask taxpayers for more money. And we fund all of our own capital construction ourselves and all of our deferred maintenance ourselves. So we just do it through hard work and conservative fiscal management, and we're able to run the community college budget that way. And I'm really proud that we've been able to do this all these years.
Yeah, all of you have done a great job. And speaking of a great job, the new building over at ATEP, and that is, of course, the Integrated Design, Engineering, and Automation, and that stands for IDEA, and that is the building. This is really moving along. This is sort of a partnership between the two campuses, Saddleback and IVC.
Yeah, that is. We have 62 acres on the Tustin Legacy. That used to be the Tustin Marine Base in Tustin, and we were able to acquire these 62 acres. And we built our first building, which is the Irvine Valley College building. Irvine Valley College is more the high-tech campus. And so there's robotics, there's 3D printing, there's all kinds of high-tech things where the students can get jobs almost immediately, because these are really fields that are needed. And then Saddleback has the nursing program and the paramedic program and all of the health services. So the next building that we build will be a Saddleback building, and that will be more of a health science building. And hopefully educate people for the health science fields, you know, for nursing. We have nursing, but, you know,
all the higher tech stuff.
All the higher tech, you know, working in hospitals and helping people. This is an incredibly growing field right now. And we need people, because people are aging and they need more medical care. And so
it's a great field to go into.
Yeah, so these students will get jobs.
Yeah. Now let's talk about commencement ceremonies. As I was saying, we just had sort of the end of the spring semester as we transition into the summer. And here are some of the commencement ceremonies that took place at both campuses.
Yeah, I've been listening. If you listen to the news, they'll give you little snippets of some of the commencement speakers of all over the country, and all of our presidents and ex-presidents and all these people have are commencement speakers now. I guess it's really a hot thing to do, is to be a commencement speaker. So we had two commencement speakers. We had Dr. Tyrone Howard at Irvine Valley College. He was very dynamic, and he was really encouraging students to succeed and do something with their lives. And then we had Dr. Martha Cantor, who was the Undersecretary of Education, and she's head of the College Promise program in Washington, D.C. now. And she was very dynamic too. And as I was shaking students' hands, it's funny because, you know, I've never missed a commencement. All the board members go to commencements, and I've shaken thousands of students' hands at commencement. But then when I got my AA degree about 10 years ago in Spanish, I already have a master's degree in biology, but when I got my AA degree in Spanish about 10 years ago, I finally was able to shake my own hand at commencement. So that was fun. That was really fun.
The Legislative Task Force. Now, this is something that it's a coalition of different community college districts in the area. And from this is how you, kind of like lobby for state funds and how to keep all this going.
Yeah, I was one of the founders of the Orange County Community College Legislative Task Force a number of years ago. And it was 4 trustees. I was from Saddleback. There was a trustee from North Orange. There was a trustee from Rancho and a trustee from Coast Community College District, one from all 4 districts in Orange County. We decided that we have a very powerful legislative body in Orange County, and we need to lobby them to help them get funding and for our programs. So that's why it was founded, and it's going on today. And I'm the delegation member from our district, so I go to the meetings, and they're in North Orange and Anaheim now. And we're helping try to ensure that we maintain good funding for the community college district. And we've been successful, so far.
Yeah.
There's 2 new programs starting. One is changing the funding formula, and that will change it to more where you can actually fund more on student success. How many students graduate? So we're not sure how that's going to work, but we're going to we'll see, okay? And there's another program that they want to start, which is an online college, which is sponsored by the state chancellor's office, and the governor really wants to start this online college. The local colleges aren't that excited about it because we all have online our own online programs. So we'll just keep monitoring this and see how it goes. Right now it's not, neither one of these is a done deal yet.
All right, so of course, as you can see, Marcia has been involved with the district for years. She's on the forefront of many things, and really close to her heart is the Emeritus Institute, as we talked about. These 2 pamphlets here that go over the different classes that are available. Summer just started, but you can still sign up for most of the classes. We'll have some up here, but they're also in the normal areas within the community here that we always have them. And I want to thank you again.
Oh, thank you so much, Ken. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, always good to see you. Good luck on your singing class, but I know you're going to have a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a great class.
Yeah,
it's really
and
fun.
he's a great instructor. Yeah. And we'll be back in just a moment.
Okay, thank you.
Hi everybody, I'm Sean Thomas. Welcome to Sports Talk. Come join me here every Thursday at 11:30 a.m. for sports highlights, tournament news, and interviews for Laguna Woods residents and around the world. Hey, maybe even Broadway. It's a beautiful day for a ball game. Put it on your calendar. Thursday mornings, a great way to start your day with me and the Sports Talk way. Or even a triple's okay. I'll see you then.
Hello, Laguna Woods. My name is Rick Bradford, and I am the pastor of Saddleback Church of Laguna Woods. I would like to invite you to join your friends and neighbors right here in Clubhouse 5 every Sunday as we worship, as we enjoy a free breakfast, and as we learn from our pastor, Rick Warren, the author of the best-selling book, The Purpose-Driven Life. Please be assured that you will be warmly welcomed at either our 9 or 11 a.m. service. I look forward to meeting you personally.
I started Sterling Financial under the premise that there was a need for integrity in this industry as well as quality service.
There's such volatility in the stock market. One day it could be up 100 points, the next day it could be down 500 points. Well, what we like to do is be able to have people go to bed and wake up the next morning knowing that their money is safe and secure.
That's what we try to do here at Sterling Financial Advisors, is to create peace of mind and quality of life in retirement.
I'm a strong believer that there's something for everyone out there.
But some people never stop searching. I've looked long and hard through these parts, and I thank my lucky stars I stumbled across a special place, a unique place, where you never know what you'll find. The Trading Post, only on Channel 6.
Well, with me right now is a couple folks within our recreation department. Well, one you know very well, Jennifer Murphy. And Jen has been on and off over the years many times. You are the Clubhouse 2 manager? Am I right? No, I'm sorry. That was a while ago. That's right.
I'm back in the office.
She's back in the office.
Senior recreation supervisor, so I'm overseeing about 5 of the clubhouses. I still have my hands in classes, and I still have my hands with all the community-wide events.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. And this is Al DeSantis. And Al, are you the president of the Lawn Bowling?
I'm the vice president of the Lawn Bowling Club, and I'm coordinating the open house.
Yeah, and that's coming up soon. We're going to talk about a couple events first, and then we'll get to lawn bowling. And the first one you've got coming up this weekend.
Yes, Carla Cook is going to be with us at the Performing Arts Center. There are still tickets available. There are 3 price ranges, 15, 20, and 25. She is the daughter of the very famous Sam Cooke.
Yeah.
And she's going to be performing his hits. She's going to be telling behind the scenes stories, talking about his life, and really getting personal with the crowd. So if you were a follower of Sam Cooke and his music, this is something you don't want to miss. The show time is 7 p.m.
This is gonna be good.
This Saturday, June 2nd, and you can purchase the tickets through the box office, which is over at the Performing Arts Center.
Okay, very good. Then coming up, we've been talking about this quite a bit.
Yes.
Is the 6th annual Art Affair.
Art Affair is my baby. I started this 6 years ago. It's morphed into something more classy than it was originally. We have wine tasting this year. We actually have a company coming out that's going to provide this wine tasting. We also have the Woods combo, so there'll be live jazz music. And then we have a food truck that'll be on site selling food. The event is free to attend, so you can come, you can do some wine tasting, you can walk through, look at all the different art. As of now, we have 4 spaces left, so if there are any village artists out there who want to come and show either your art or your craft, it's $10 to register for a 10 by 10 space.
Okay.
You go to the Clubhouse 2 office to do that. We provide you with table and chair. You set up your own space, design it how you want. If you've got a special linen or racks that you want to bring to display your art, jewelry, whatever it may be, you may do that. The art is either for show. Some of the artists just simply want to show. Others are definitely selling. So I encourage you.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, so come on out, walk around, see all the different artists. We also have some art demos going to be taking place this year. Penny Rubin, who is a resident artist, she teaches art classes through recreation. She's also pretty well known in the community and works over at Clubhouse 4. She's going to be doing 2 demos at 3 and 4:30. She's kind of known for very fast painting. So, so she's going to do some demos, but it's a great evening just to come out, enjoy some music, wine, and art. So I encourage everyone to come out. That is Wednesday, June 6th from 2 to 6 p.m. over at Clubhouse 2.
Okay, a week from today. And then coming up on June 17th, you are celebrating Father's Day.
Yes. So for all those dads out there, grandfathers, all those folks that want to get together, here's an opportunity where if you live in a manor that's a small size and maybe you can't host, or maybe you're not up to cooking, I encourage you to get over to Clubhouse 5. You can reserve an entire table just for your family. There's also a community table, so if you don't want to be alone, you can join this community table. It is $22 for adults. It's an all-you-can-eat buffet catered by Yolanda. If you are bringing children 6 to 10, they're going to be $11, and if you have little ones 5 and under, they are free.
All right, very good. Now, Al, you're going to tell us about coming up this weekend is the Lawn Bowling Club Open House, and that will be at 10 a.m., and this will be at the lawn bowling facility through Gate 12, which is, of course, Clubhouse 2 area. That's the best way to tell people. Yeah.
If people don't know where it is, you go right past the 19 restaurant around the back towards Pool 2, and the lawn bowling greens are right overlooking the golf course and the mountains. Beautiful view there. So people can come out.
It is a great view.
Yeah, oh, really? Yeah. I think it's the best view in the.
Yeah, I mean, we're showing some of it up here. I mean, just to, even if you're not a lawn bowler, to go out there and watch it. And I did say on coming up on the weekend, we're going to have some nicer weather coming up, a little bit warmer weather. So what a nice place to go and just enjoy yourself and maybe learn.
Right. We're hoping people come out and just experience what lawn bowling is. There are no pins set up on the lawn or anything like that. It's a little bit like bocce, where your objective is to roll your bowl closer to a small bowl that's out there. So as people come in, we'll gather them in groups of 4 and give them a little introduction to what the sport is, a little mini lesson, and then afterwards we're going to have a hot dog lunch with chips and soda, so that hopefully people will stick around, and our regular bowlers will be playing our regular Saturday morning game.
Okay.
So they can walk over and take a look at what an actual lawn bowling game is about.
And you got these beautiful new courts, or are they called courts?
They're actually called greens.
Oh, greens.
They're called greens. They're called bowling greens. So yeah, but the new courts are working out really well, and we've hosted a few events so far, and that's gone over really well. And I think people will enjoy it, because lawn bowling really covers some of those 3 basic things that we should be doing as we age.
Yeah, that's very true.
And learning a new skill, and it definitely improves your balance, and as well as socializing, because each time people come out, you're playing with different people.
Yeah, it's a great, and I encourage people to try and get out there this weekend. If for some reason you can't, check out the Lawn Bowling Club if you're interested. Very easy, go on the website, as we always talk about, go to the club pages, look up Lawn Bowling Club, and you can find it there. And then from there, give it a shot. It's fun. I've tried it before, and there's a lot of technique in it.
A lot of skill
it's
involved
simple
too.
to understand, but it takes some mastering, that's what you want in a game. You want to learn as you go. A lot of fun. Al, great pleasure. Thank you very much for coming on, sir.
Thanks for inviting
and of
us.
course, Jen, always good to see you. And a lot of good stuff coming up, so check that out through Recreation. You can find out all about that online as well. We'll be right back.
Managing your own medication can be stressful. For decades, we have watched you stand in line at your local pharmacy and battle with insurance companies, all to be left with the difficult task of organizing, managing, and remembering to take your medication. AmeriPharma offers a new way of simplifying the lives of you and your loved ones.
In previous years, I didn't require any prescriptions, but now I have to take about 7 or 8 due to various conditions. It's a management problem. My nurse told me about AmeriPharma's Med Box. I switched over. Boy, am I glad I did. It's really easy to use, and it's solved all my problems.
Get your medications delivered to your door. You'll receive your pre-sorted med box that easily allows you to tear and take the required medication regimen at the plainly printed date and time. AmeriPharma MedBox, the new standard in medication management.
Did you know that we are living longer, healthier lives than ever before? And did you know that social interaction, brain stimulation, and exercise improve your quality of life? Did you know the Saddleback College Emeritus Institute offers 200 tuition-free classes to older adults in South Orange County? With over 30-plus locations between Lake Forest and San Clemente, it has never been easier to take advantage of your third act of life. Sign up today.
I moved to Laguna Woods from North Carolina a year ago and realized that I needed to change my Medicare insurance plan. I was fortunate enough to learn about the services provided by Susie and Richard White Insurance. They were wonderful.
There's no need to wait for an open enrollment for your new Medicare plan.
We are here all year long and would love to meet with you and make your Medicare transition in your new hometown easy.
Well, we got some great movies coming for you this weekend, meaning Friday and Monday. And the first one is, turns out, one of the biggest movies of all time, Black Panther.
Can't believe it.
And if you enjoy the Marvel Universe, you will like this one. It stars Chadwick Boseman as the King of Wakanda, also known as the Black Panther, who rises to the throne in the isolated, technologically advanced African nation, but his claim is challenged by a vengeful outsider who was a childhood victim of his father's mistake. And as I said, it's a really good movie. Black Panther, by the way, really came out, it was written back in the 1960s, of course, by the Stan Kane, and he's always in these movies as well. Watch it till the end. Watch it till after the credits,
right? Because
after the credits, literally, there's parts during the credits, but at the end, it kind of leads
to. They always keep you hanging.
It leads to the movie that's out right now, which is the Avengers movie.
Right, and that one's good too.
Yeah, that one's good too.
Everybody comes together and you're surprised. So yeah, good movie. All right, and then on Monday, June 4th, we have The Dark Tower, and that's with Idris Elba and Matthew McConaughey. The last gunslinger Roland Deschain has been locked in an eternal battle with Walter Odom, also known as the Man in Black, determined to prevent him from toppling the Dark Tower, which holds the universe together. With the fate of the world at stake, good and evil will collide in the ultimate battle as only Roland can defend the tower from the Man in Black.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that.
I don't either.
movie.
I never even heard about it. So, yay, you get another exciting one on Friday and Monday.
Yeah.
So, excellent. All right, good.
Hey, and the weather, as I said, May gray for the next couple of days. We've got that kind of drizzly marine layer out there. Should see, if I can talk, a little bit of sunshine as we get to the afternoon. You try saying that. Should see sunshine.
Should see 3 times.
We'll see. But as we go forward, as we get into the first day of June, with the May gray, no June gloom, it looks like. Maybe June gloom Friday morning, but then we get to warm weather for the weekend.
I'm pleased as punch.
Yeah.
I don't want any more May gray. All right, and then around town?
Around town, low to mid-70s. Beach is about 65 today. And as I said, if you want it warm, go down to Palm Springs.
Yes,
or go out to Palm Springs, I should say.
97.
97 out there today.
Hot as could be. So, all right, and then tomorrow we have Leslie Gabola with Adapt to It.
Yep.
We've got Laguna Woods. Well, actually, I'm going to do the Globe Report because Jennifer won't be here tomorrow. Sonia Marsh. She's brand new. She has some very exciting stuff to talk to you about from Africa and possibly the VMS Director update. We're not quite sure, so we'll see how that works out. Have a great day.
Take care.